Hi, I'm Third Eye, and I spy with my spiritual eye to bring you the light and the insight so you can move effectively and efficiently through this planetary energy in the present moment where you are. And today we're going to go through the one card solution cards of the week to put you ahead of the game so that you can know what to expect as far as fortune and misfortune in your future. The first card of the week that we have is the Chariot card. Now, this is going to bring a lot of Cancer energy to every day that you experience this week during the ending of the retrograde, right before Mercury goes right back direct. You're going to get a chance or the opportunity to deal with the past repeating itself purposely so that you can have an opportunity to do it better this time. However, with the Chariot energy coming through, we're going to actually be moving into calmer waters. Or, as I like to say, moving on to the better part of life and leaving the rest behind. Because with this energy, there's going to be some tension to deal with, and there's going to be motion. So the way that you move through this is you're either going to base your choices on love, or you're going to base your choices on fear. As you know, with those come trust, oneness, doubts, and disbeliefs. And the first card of the week that we have is the Five of Swords, which is the conflict card. So, on Illumination Day, at the beginning of the week, we're going to see the people, places, and things coming to the light to give us direction, instructions in the form of information so that we can see what's coming into formation that was hidden in the shadows being brought into the light. But with this card in play, it's going to be a lot of conflicts of interest that are, just kind of randomly going to be dealt with or talked about or addressed or just brought before you so that you can see what it is that is still holding you back or still keeping you with some kind of tension between you and whoever the people, places, and things that show up that's keeping you from being able to move on into calmer waters. Because next up, on Moon Day, we have Reflection Day, where we're going to be dealing with making up our minds between what's real and just what we feel, and actually doing some shadow work to come up with what it is that is our part in the situation and not sticking to shaming, blaming, and guilt tripping the other parties or the other places or the other things. And we have, here we go. We got the Priestess. And you already know with the Priestess in play, there's going to be some sort of divine intervention that's going to take place where you come to realizations or your intuition hits you with some information that you never thought about or experienced before. You may even get a message in the form of a dream that is a sign or a wonder about what it is that you need to deal with in your waking life that comes through, like I said, the dream that can easily be interpreted by an interpreter. After you see what conflicts or interests that arise, you're going to actually be able to do this self-reflection the proper way. so that, like I said, you can continue to move forward into calmer waters, because every day is another day that you are creating your life, your way, your truth, and living your purpose. And before you make a decision on Mars Day or Solution Day, the day that we decide to put our time and energy into people, places, and things, and or take our time and energy out of people, places, and things, we must reflect on what's real and just what we feel. Because on Tuesday, we have, this is the Princess of Swords. And with this Princess of Swords energy, you're really going to have to make a decision to put real creative energy into the next move that you make. Because now that you've done the self-reflection and you've seen what came into the light, you're really going to have to use your mind to think your way into or out of the situation that you have come to realize that you placed yourself in, or that you come to realize that you have been wasting your time with for a long period of time, and you no longer want to waste your time with that anymore. You want to put all your focused energy into what it is that you really want to manifest karmically, at least by the end of the week. On Communication Day or Mercury Day, we have the energy where we usually, pay more attention to the messages and the messengers that are providing the signs and wonders and symbols and numbers that are either answers to your prayers or what's going to be confirmation that your opinions are right. Even if it's you overhearing a conversation about it or seeing something on social media that gives you exactly what you need so that you can make the move that you need to make. Because you may end up in conversations. Let's see. Yeah. Because we got the crown. So you may end up in conversations that are about unfulfillment or incomplete, things where something got overlooked, or there's something that is really, you've really decided it's time for you to move on. Say what it is that you need to say. Apologize if you need to apologize. Forgive if you need to forgive, meaning yourself. But sometimes you have to give your own self the pep talk and tell you what it is that you need to do if you don't have nobody else in your corner to, push you to do that. Because, like I said, this whole week is about moving into calmer waters. And when you know what it is that you're doing, you know that you need to do something about it and not make it about whatever the other person might be thinking, or whatever the other person might be feeling, or whatever the other person, might be desiring when it comes to you specifically. Because on Judgment Day or Jupiter Day, we have to use our gift of discernment to determine whether our life lessons have become blessings or have our blessings become life lessons. And on this day, we have the Tower card. Now, you already know, Tower moments are not the worst of moments or the worst of times. They're just a sign or a symbol for when things change all of a sudden. So when this unexpected change happens, it's going to either be because you made all the right decisions in your putting your time and energy into your creations and working on yourself and dealing with what you noticed or what you saw came into the light, and you were able to get your hands on a bigger blessing, or get your hands on a real jewel, something that you learned that you really needed to make the next move or take the next step into the calmer waters. So something had to, be let go of, forgotten about, forgiven, or moved on from. Because, the next day is always about love and relationships, where we have to use our intuition to give us the guidance to make important relationship decisions with either one important person or multiple people, which means it could be a job, a group of people, a church, or, just your social network. Like, you might need to stay away from social media and just focus on yourself. Because with this card here, we have the light card. So, when you make this decision, it needs to be about, what came into the light being revealed as what was necessary, what was needed, and you being a lot more understanding as to why things had to happen the way that they did, knowing that they couldn't have happened any other way. Because now you've actually allowed yourself to get the understanding that you've always needed to become who you were meant to be, or move into the space of stepping into your power as you should be. However, there's going to be somebody who's, how do I say it, trying to tell you the truth and the lie at the same time, and you have to be aware of what is being concealed. Because when it comes to relationships, you want to have the love, the trust, and the oneness be the focus, not the fears, the doubts, and the disbeliefs. Because what you let lead you to more of that. Like, what you focus on the longest grows the strongest, or what it is that you resist will continue to persist. As we move into Karma Day or Saturn Day, the day that we reap the fruits of our labor and enjoy the benefits of what we've been creating all week long. Let's see, what is this card here? Oh, we have, the Princess of Cups. Now, of course, if everything goes according to what it is that you truly wanted to manifest, and you put your time and energy into it correctly, you're going to manifest something like a dream, something that's going to be unbelievable, or something that you never would have thought of happening the way that it's happening. And it's going to feel so good, so magical, that you're really going to enjoy being in the calmer waters that you've been trying to move into all week long. However, there is the flip side, and there are going to be some people who are going to feel some type of way about you coming up, or you switching up, or you doing better, or being better, because they were looking at you like this is the person that was supposed to fail, or this is the person that was supposed to have quit by now. You know how people try to prey on your downfall, and these are the people that are going to be so envious and feeling some type of way about your success, that you are enjoying being in the calmer waters, because you've been creating as you should be all week long. And on that note, I hope that you tune in next time for more constellations and consultations and constitutions about your dosas. And spirits, please take care of your bodies. And bodies, take care of your spirits. And just be the light that you are. Namaste.